Braden Holtby 10-0-1 in his last 11 starts. His 11 total wins have him tied for first in the league. Of the last 120 shots he has faced, he has stopped all but 7. Henrik Lundqvist appears tonight in his 997th Rangers game. Regular season and playoffs. 5 other Rangers have done that. No goalies. And tonight with this start, he passes Grant Fuhr for 10th all-time in appearances in the regular season. We can't wait to start. Neither can the officials, Mark Joannette and Furman South. Scott Driscoll, Steve Barton, the linesman, and we begin the second of 4 between these two teams. They won't do it again until March, and then they'll do it twice in 3 weeks. So here's Kempny, shoved up against the boards by Jesper Fast, and a feed went through Panarin. Came on back for the play by Hegla around behind, and it came back on now for Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin fed it across, and it's Kuznetsov bringing it on. Gives it back over to John Carlson, who backhanded one wide. Tom Wilson able to retrieve there. Libor Hayek is run into by Wilson, played it on, and Kuznetsov kept it alive. Poked away neatly there by Strome. Gathered in though by Carlson, fed on the turning stick of Wilson, nudged off the stick of Kuznetsov, and the first obedient change of lines on the night.
Just out of the reach of Kuznetsov. Looked like Ovechkin and Kuznetsov might have had something going.
It went through a couple of Capitals, is rescued there. Mika Zibanejad is out again for the 10th consecutive game. A valuable piece to the Rangers' offensive, but cannot play still. And significant as well as Nicholas Backstrom cannot play tonight for the Washington Capitals. Announced this morning at the team's practice here at Madison Square Garden. McKegg will be there and tangle with Leipzig. Meanwhile, it eventually is flexed along for Carlson to turn along, but held then by D'Angelo, given across to Shea, and a shot is grabbed and held by Braden Holtby.
Nice patience there by D'Angelo at that blue line. Thought he had a chance to shoot the puck right away, held onto it. Shea got some width in the game. Gettinger was standing right in front of the net, and this was a good save by Holtby. I mean, he never saw it. He just stuck his glove up, and it goes right in his glove. This should be a great look. Well, look at the goaltender. Look at the puck. He has an idea on what track it is, and it just ends up hitting him on the inside of the glove there. A good play there by the Rangers offensively.
This one floated back down, but racing on down and getting a chance. Oh, it almost stashed it in his first game. Beck Malenstein. But a save made by Lundqvist.
All that Ranger pressure started with a turnover from Jonas Siegenthaler, and probably one that he'd like to have back. Keep it on his forehand, turned it over, and then a lot of zone time for the Rangers.
Right back in with it now is Kuznetsov. Oh, and Ovechkin nearly flipped one home on what may have been a broken play, but almost became the first goal of the game. Off the face-off, it is won again by the Capitals. Here's Kempny. Rang it off the pipe. And again, it's fed across Carlson. Tried to work one on for Wilson. Tipped on across again. And Kuznetsov able to dart away from Howden. Moves right back. Kuznetsov able to turn with it now. Carlson rang it off the pipe. And it ricocheted up high and out of play. A crossbar shot by Carlson. And with 3:10 to go in the first and iron clanging, it's 0-0. Taking a whack there was Kakko. Meanwhile, it's handed on for Panarin. Panarin just delays, gives back to Fox. A head fake there, then on for Kakko, then on to Panarin. Scores!
Well, even in the interchange of a line change on the power play, the passing on this power play just absolutely beautiful by the New York Rangers. Siegenthaler's going to go out. Right part of your screen, 34 in white. He's going to go out and try to block this shot. But he goes sideways. He doesn't square up there and really try to take all that spot. And Panarin goes far side on Holtby.
Oh, and you see how high Richard Panik got up on the penalty kill. He got caught up at the blue line, and when he did that, that opened up that seam over to Panarin. Great feed by Kakko, and a big-time goal for the Rangers to start this second period.
The Siegenthaler went to the side there, Bush. That just opened up that far side. You got to make yourself look big when you're going out to be a shot blocker.
Ovechkin fiddled it through. It can be played to the outside by Jensen. Ovechkin there, shooting one, and it wouldn't go. Hopped up high and around now for Kakko to deal back. D'Angelo run into by Wilson, but not until he played it behind. And then Shea was run into by Ovechkin, and a hit by Wilson. And stunned a bit was Howden from that.
Stunned 2 times in this shift. He was the shot blocker of that shot from Ovechkin, and then Wilson got him solid.
He's coasting over to the Rangers bench now and will rest there. Meanwhile, it's Orlov giving on to Jensen. That one went on through Eller and back down and becomes an icing. Well, here is Carlson as the power play begins. First one of the night for the Capitals, who are 2 for their last 10. A hard shot right into Lundqvist that came from Kuznetsov. It is lifted back out, and Carlson hangs on there. Middle stages, second period. Wednesday night hockey from Madison Square Garden in New York. The home team ahead on a power play goal by Panarin. Brought in by Oshie, fed to Kuznetsov, and getting a piece of it was Lundqvist.
Oh, that was a tremendous save by Lundqvist. That was labeled in the top corner blocker side.
There's that speed of Kuznetsov through the middle of the ice. Beautiful give and go with Oshie.
Stopped there by Holtby and handed on to Kempny. Lifted one that comes conveniently ahead for Kuznetsov. Moving up with Ovechkin. Save made by Lundqvist.
Dangerous play by Michael Kempny, making a backhand pass from below his goal line. It ended up working out, and then Lundqvist had to make a nice stop off of Kuznetsov.
So the Capitals peel out and then can come in on the forecheck, but breezing along now is D'Angelo anyway. Got it across for a shot by Petcher, and the save made by Holtby, and the rebound came on back now for the control of D'Angelo. Stepped into by Siegenthaler, and around behind the puck comes for Boyd. Chance here for Lemieux. Save made by Holtby, flexing out the right leg, and then back to his feet now as he went down. Meanwhile, the Rangers thought there should have been a penalty coming up to the Caps there, but it is tipped across now, and it's given by Oshie to Eller. Back to Oshie. Tried to shoot, but it was blocked by Lindgren. Then laid on back to Orlov. Drive, and a save made by Lundqvist. Off the face-off, it comes over near Carlson, but it's sent on back to the point where D'Angelo plays it on. Kakko returns. D'Angelo has it there. Just delays, hands it across for a feed over for Panarin, but it's off the outside of the cage. Let it on back again to Strome, then across to D'Angelo. D'Angelo back to Strome again. Fed to Kakko, turnaround, and then he puts it up. Score! It is Panarin again. And it's 2-0.
Well, you mentioned the struggles of the power play as of late for the Rangers, but boy, oh boy, this looks like the #1 power play in the entire National Hockey League. Moving the puck around, changing sides. Love the power move from below the goal line to the front of the net by Kakko. 3 Capital players on Kakko and Kreider, and there is the bread man. Artemi Panarin puts it into the wide open net, his 2nd goal of the night.
11th of the year, 5th on the power play, and 2-0. Ajax shoved off by Wilson. So the deficit for the Capitals, who are a team that does tend to score goals. No team in the league entered the night with 4 goals scored.
His 2nd of the game, 11th of the season.
And a better goals for average than this. But here is Hedl across. Score! Buchnevich on the feed from Hedl, and it just that quickly is 3-0.
Well, tremendous passing here by the New York Rangers. A makeshift line after the power play is done. Buchnevich, a little sauce pass, and then the feedback by Hedl. And Buchnevich with the easy putback, but it's the speed through the neutral zone, the puck movement that allows the Rangers to get in cleanly, and a beautiful finish to give the Rangers a 3-0 lead.
Buchnevich gets in between Siegenthaler and Gudas, who eventually run into one another, and that allows Buchnevich to find that open ice. No chance for Braden Holtby. And how quickly it becomes 3-0.
Then poked along away from Kuznetsov. Reaching for it. Oh, and catching a stick up high was Oshie. Now it is held by Carlson, and Carlson gives over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov there. Shooting. Score! As you said, when you get those chances, shoot, and Kuznetsov did, and a power play goal for Washington.
Yeah, there's only so much you can cover in a penalty-killing situation, especially against a team like the Washington Capitals. If you're the New York Rangers and you're trying to take away a lot of options, at some point, Brady Shea's got to release and go out and pressure Kuznetsov. Ovechkin and Carlson interchanging there, but you'll take that shot all day long. We're about 20 feet out, and no chance for Lundqvist.
Well, and from a goaltender standpoint, 3 different scenarios right there for Lundqvist. The first one was a shot that he made the save. The second opportunity was the pass by Kuznetsov that maybe set up Lundqvist for that third opportunity. So now as a goaltender, you're thinking, man, I mean, he's not only going to shoot, he could pass, and in that one there, he just was able to rip it past Shea and Lundqvist. A good job by Kuznetsov in setting up Lundqvist on that power play situation.
It keeps him honest, right?
Yep,
like that,
100%.
Because if you become a pass-first guy, look, Kuznetsov loves to pass the puck. But when you shoot the puck, okay, now the penalty killers realize, okay, Kuznetsov's going to be able to shoot it. And then you try to make that pass, as you mentioned, Booth, to the other side, and now everybody's wondering, okay, is he going to be a pass or a shoot? And it ends up putting it in on that third opportunity, pretty much from the same area of the ice on all 3 of those opportunities for Kuznetsov.